Our next speaker will also give us some great inspiration. She believes that every person is born with purpose, given a unique assignment, and has the power to leave a legacy that shapes future generations. Today, Karen will challenge us to rethink the time that we've been given, not with fear, but with intention. Please join me in welcoming Karen Holman as she presents her inspiring message, Before Time Runs Out.
Yes, I'm doing that.
Thank you.
It is.
We are a little more than halfway through the year 2026. And can I confess something to you? It has been quite challenging for me. 2026 has not been very nice. Just in the few months of 2026, I have gone to 3 funerals, a fourth one coming up weekend after next. I have prayed through and consoled with relatives and close friends who have had life-changing medical crisis, surgeries, hospital stays, and I myself, not long ago, had to make a visitation in this very hospital in the emergency room with my own health crisis. Is it no wonder my title is Before Time Runs Out? That might sound ominous to you, but this isn't a sad talk because you're still here. I'm still here. We're still breathing. Take a deep breath with me. You're still here. Just a minute. You're still here. That means you still have time to make a difference in your life. Let me tell you what I've been reflecting on going through this rough year. During these passings, I sometimes refer to them as transitions. I've noticed different things as people remember you in your obituary, in your eulogy, in that whole funeral service. Some of them go pretty fast, pretty organized and structured. Some of them are like church services. It's been a good long while since I had went to a funeral, so when this finally started snowballing, I couldn't help but notice the differences between one to the other. And then I couldn't help but interject myself in that casket, wondering, what will my eulogy be like? What will the remembrances of people have when they stand up to speak about what they will remember about me? That's when I came to an epiphany. We are spending our lives creating our death resume. That might sound odd, but who are you influencing, impacting, touching in a way that they will remember you by? Going through these funerals, I couldn't help but think, especially in June, because it was the 3rd anniversary of my mother's passing. And for some reason, my memory went back to that day. And it was Indiana, standing at her bedside, my siblings all around. Some of us in tears, telling her one last time how much we loved her, how it's okay, we'll be all right. You did a great job. You was a great mother. And for some reason, I stood there with my hand on her chest. And while my siblings was talking, I was just counting her breath. I just wanted to touch the life that was still in her before it all slipped away. As her breath started to labor, and I looked around the room, I thought about, what am I really going to keep with me? Physically, she'll be gone, but there's a part of her that she put in me. As it was said in the introduction, I do have a deep belief that we're all born with purpose. We have all been given an assignment during our lifetime. And one of the pieces of that assignment is to multiply that influence, that impact to someone else's life. That purpose, if you haven't discovered it, you should be looking for it. Chances are you're already living it. My mom thought she wasn't sure what her purpose was, but she discovered near the end her purpose was being that mother, passing on that protection and love and caring and providing for her 7 kids. And can I tell you, she didn't just do it for her 7 kids. She was one of those neighborhood moms. Some of you here may have been blessed to have one of those old school moms, where even if you're the friends that's out in the neighborhood playing, you act up, Miss Jones gonna let you know about it. And don't say, you ain't mad about it, you can't tell me what to do. Because she will. She's one of those moms that will come out of the house flapping them house shoes with that belt in her hand. Oh yeah? Kids were scared of her. We were too kind of. It's kind of like having a pit bull. It's scary to everybody else, but you knew it would never harm you. My mom was mom to a lot of kids, and she met a lot of needs of other people. When I think back on it, I don't know how she did it. How did you raise 7 kids? And even though I had a stepfather, his job was pretty much his life. He was working 2 of them to help take care of this household. So she was pretty much doing a lot of that on her own. But how did she feed us and feed neighborhood kids also? She seen a child in need, torn up shoes, messed up clothes, hair all over their head. She came forward and took care of a need. I remember one of the most serious conversations I had with my mom during the end while she was still mobile. And I couldn't believe I was sitting here witnessing this. And she said, Karen, you know, I spent all my life. And what I feel most regretful for is I never found somebody to love me the way I needed to be loved. I was without words. I didn't know how to respond. It made me think, do I have that in my own life? Am I looking for that? Am I being that to someone else? And then I thought about, maybe that was her purpose. She was being to others what she needed back. She had a purpose. She had an assignment. And then I realized she multiplied that assignment and the impact of that assignment by passing it down to me. That day on her deathbed, I didn't know it then. A year later, as I was developing more of my company, I started to think about it. My mom spent a lot of her life being a substitute teacher. She mentored, she did Sunday school, she did after-school programs where she tutored other kids at the community center. I'm kind of following in her footsteps because I created my nonprofit where I am pouring into young people leadership skills. She did math and science and social studies. I'm doing leadership, communication, and mindfulness, and a few other life skills. So then I thought, she did multiply her purpose, and I am continuing her assignment. I wish I had that realization back here to tell that to her. But guess what? She's in a place where she can see all of it now. And she sees that circle of life and how it continued. That's where the clarity will start putting those puzzle pieces together. But what about us here? We have to be able to stand in that gap and put something into other people. Because when that day comes, someone will count my last breath At least I pray that I'll have family members around me. Tomorrow's not promised to any of us. Who says that I'll make it home? Who says you'll make it home? But hopefully there will be someone that will be able to stand up and say, you know, Chris, he did a lot on this job, and I looked up to him as a mentor. I'm making this up, of course, because I work with Chris. What are the positive things? What about the resolutions and going back to the funeral? Exactly. What are people going to say? Are you even thinking about it when you pass the stranger? Or just a smile. How are you doing? How's your day going? Sometimes that's all the impact somebody might need. She noticed me. She said hi. Person downstairs that might be taking out the trash. Hey, I hope your day's going well. Have a good day. Oh, she spoke to me. Okay, that's nice.
Mm-hmm.
You never know who you're impacting. And you never know yet who's going to stand up and speak in your absence about the impact you had on them. I think you're still breathing. Time is running out, but it hasn't yet. I'm having a challenging year, and that is a reminder for me to tell as many people as I can. Be mindful of the building of your own resume of impact and influence on others while we still have time. If my mother could be here, she wouldn't believe that the shy little girl who hardly spoke and used to pretend she was invisible is on the stage speaking to people that's in different auditoriums, talking and leading youth. She's using her own voice. And time is running out. I've met this assignment today, and I hope you appreciate it. Madam Toastmaster.
Thank you very much, Karen.